Shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback, so a first chance here in week one to see the ball be brought out with the new rule to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now the fifth-year man, this is Lance Dunbar. They showed off a nice juke of the defender, but the next wave there to bring him down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
In motion right is Austin. After the run, Goff going to throw. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin, and it's 3rd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. They got a man, it's Woods. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. On 1st down, Goff. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. They come up in an offset eye. 2nd and 10. Goff again. Over the middle, he hits Austin. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Third down now following the completed pass. Goff throwing again. He finds his man. It's Austin. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. And time for us to take a break here in the booth. Back with more after this. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Green 39! Green 39! Watch it now, Barney!
Now Goff on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Play action. Here's Goff. Wide open receiver complete. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking for the end zone. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
And the seemingly endless drive continues.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And the offense in that middle ground here on third down, 5 yards to go.
Hey. You got 3. Detroit!
From the gun on third down, Goff. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Let's go. Green, 39.
They'll run it now. Here's Dunbar. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They run it again with Hyde. And he'll power his way up near the 25. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Hyde, the lone man in the backfield. And they'll give it to him here. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report, here's Larry Ridley. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end. Set. Blue line.
The third quarter begins with a run by Hyde. And the ball's out. Hyde fumbled it. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And it'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's third down. And they're going to speed things up here. Third and long. It's gone. This will be caught inside the 10. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Goff going to keep it himself. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a first and goal.
Well, you just totally get the sense there that a field goal was not in the game plan at all.
And the boys up front, they created the surge. I think they knew that they had the leverage advantage.
Oh, that's a great point there. Being able to get lower than the defensive front, create just enough space.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Robert Woods from 6 yards away. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise...
Well, he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. The All-Pro from 2015, Aaron Donald, in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on second down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Now Austin. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
The one running back is Gurley. Now gone. Steps away. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And there he goes left side. Past the 20. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run. Hyde. And he stopped immediately there. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. Only a yard that time. Second and goal. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. So stuff for no gain on second down brings up a pretty interesting third from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it. But I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the fourth.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? A shotgun snap for Goff. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, and it's second down. So we've got a 2nd and 5.
Here we go. 3-19.
They'll send Austin in motion right. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff on the move to his left. Now he'll throw, and for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. They come out here in the eye. Again, it's Hyde. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Newly re-signed Mark Barron, the Rams' leading tackler in St. Louis last year, in on the stop.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll look to throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
No. Check. Patriot.
lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the back.
Well, the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 58 yards. And the 49ers add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the All-Pro, Navarro Bowman. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They take over with great field position. They've got the big lead. Most would say they should kneel it, but the key word there is should. You never know here.
You never know. That's the exact play that should happen. But some people like stats. You know, some people like to put more things up on the board, but kneel down is usually the right play here.
We'll see what they do in this situation.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
First down, a run with Hyde. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set. Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
And Brandon, is really no surprise to see them running the ball here. They've got the lead. There's not much time left. They just want to keep the clock moving and seal the win.
Now they'll run it on the toss. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Well, the city of Los Angeles, they've been wanting to get a team back there badly. They got the Rams to come from St. Louis, but they'll have to wait for that first victory. So they start 0-1.
And that hurts, obviously. But I don't know if it's going to dampen the enthusiasm of the people of L.A. to have their team back in their city. Yes, they lost this one, but it's still a long season ahead. And you know they'll be there in full force representing the Rams.
So for the Niners, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.